Bet you didn't foresee us covering this game now, did you? Splitgate was originally released on PC way back on May 24th, 2019, and came to console on July 27th, 2021. It made a major splash on consoles over the summer, but the brightest stars burned the fastest. Nonetheless, Splitgate has entered a fresh beta season, and we found ourselves with the perfect reason to get back into the game. We played the hell out of Splitgate in August, and now we're back to play the hell out of it some more. This is one of the most innovative shooters on the market, and we're here to let you know why it's worth your time. Elevator pitch, Halo with portals. That's the core, and it's amazing. Splitgate is an arena shooter. It'll have you playing with a simple weapon sandbox on mostly symmetrical maps. The uniqueness here is found in the portal system. You have 2 portals to play around with in Splitgate. These are fired individually and can be used to move around the map, flank enemies, create new lines of sight, and so much more. You can also close portals individually, walk through teammates' portals, and use EMP grenades to destroy enemy portals. This is tuned by giving each map specific walls to place portals on. If you have line of sight of one of these walls, you can place a portal. Range is not an issue. Smart players can optimize routes and flank effectively, and there is a solid learning curve. I really have to give credit to this system. It provides a unique gameplay experience every single match, and there are so many creative ways to use the portals to win. This is a system to truly master, and once you do, the results are spectacular. If you're more of a gunman though, Splitgate has you covered with a really solid sandbox. The sniper rifle dominates long range with the ability to score a 2-shot kill or an instant kill with a headshot. The railgun can 1-shot kill at any range but has a charge up time. The rocket launcher is a great area of denial weapon, but you only have 2 shots before a lengthy reload. The carbine is your long range utility weapon, great for a marksman that wants to be versatile. The battle rifle fits the gap between carbine and assault rifle, with a bit less reach than the former, but a bit more power than the latter. The assault rifle is your starting gun, and is a great all-purpose weapon. The plasma rifle is a harder hitting assault rifle with a smaller firing period. The pistol serves as a great backup weapon, but should never be your first choice. The SMG is your close to medium range best friend. The shotgun allows you to get up close and personal, but with 3 shots you have to be accurate. On top of that, it is the only hard counter to the BFB, a sweet bat that sends your enemies flying. Every weapon present has a defined role, and there is nothing unusable. You can really hurt your enemies with just the starting assault rifle if you're smart with your portals and good at landing your shots. Power weapons exist, but they never feel unstoppable. Weapons are also scattered around the map nicely. They are always cleared to pick up, and instant weapon swap times do a great deal in keeping the pace up. Map variety is great. There are plenty of interesting arenas to fight in, and even dedicated competitive maps for certain ranked modes. Each map tries to do something interesting. Stadium is the high action map, Abyss layers on the verticality, and Olympus is just nuts. There is a sense of difficulty with each map in regards to portals, and the skilled player will be rewarded by figuring out how everything connects. Game mode variety is huge. You have your standard team deathmatch and domination, but then you have sniper shotties, fiesta variants, gun game, free-for-all variants. I even came across a mad mode called laser tag where everyone has giant heads, plasma rifles, limited health and runs at sonic speed. There is something here for the super casual, the super hardcore and everyone in between. My favourite game mode was Takedown, which has teams of 3 fighting to eliminate each other. It created some solid tense moments and was a great time. If you're still hungry for more, there's even a custom games browser and a map editor. There isn't any map sharing at present, but I'm seriously impressed with the gameplay variety and polish here. Everything is wrapped up into a really unique package. Finally, time to kill sits in a nice middle ground between Halo and Call of Duty. You have enough time to react to getting shot, and you can handle multiple enemies if your movement is down and your shots hit their targets. With the good must come the bad, or more so controversial. We need to talk about the bots in this game. There are lots of games out there that use bots. Fortnite and PUBG are 2 big examples. Splitgate uses bots for 2 reasons. The first is similar to PUBG. For the first 10 levels, the majority of your matches will be full of AI bots. This provides a space for new players to learn the maps and portal mechanics without being immediately destroyed by skilled players. This is a great intro, but the bots are very easy to fight against and can leave new players with a false impression of the actual skill gap present within online play. After you cross that threshold, bots exist to fill out lobbies. This is a good thing because it means that you can always play Splitgate with full lobbies and minimal waiting. However, the sentiment within the community is that the bots cheapen the experience, and I'm inclined to agree. I think a toggle to choose between shorter matchmaking with bots or longer matchmaking without bots would go a long way. We should be clear that we're not knocking any points off the game for this, as we didn't with PUBG and won't with Fortnite when we review it. We just wanted to cover an important part of the game as it may affect your experience. Whilst we were playing the game, we did notice some bots, but for the most part we were playing with real players and matches were nice and close. The overall gameplay package is great, the portals are fun to play with and so satisfying to master. There is a solid learning curve, yet I never felt like I couldn't go nuts with the tools in my hands. Even a pistol was enough to decimate the enemy team with the right mindset. We're giving Splitgate a 5 out of 5 for gameplay. Of all the shooters I play, this one is my favourite in this aspect. The art direction here is really odd. There's not a lot of consistency. Maps all have varied art styles with some connecting traits. I really like this, as each map feels distinct in its look and personality. The devs have true freedom to set maps wherever they like, and they really push for some varied environments. Each gun has a cohesive look, and they all look good. It feels like these guns exist in the same universe, and they all look and feel good to shoot. The key here is that each gun doesn't get in the way of gameplay. There aren't any massive flashy effects, and the art style lets you focus on the real meat of the game: shooting people. If you are after flashy, guns have interesting skins. Some are pretty basic, but some go kinda nuts, and I dig it. I really dislike the player models. They look incredibly cheap and lose the cohesiveness present in the map and gun design. Music is very bland. It feels very generic action shooter. There isn't really a lot to say about it. There is one song, and it does its job of providing flavour to the lobby. Overall though, I do like the art style. It serves gameplay over all else, and it looks good. Some weird character models and bland music can't detract too much from that. I do wish that the whole game could have a passover of graphical polish, but for now, it looks good and serves the gameplay in the best way. Splitgate gets a 4 out of 5 for its art direction. In more similarities to PUBG, Splitgate has zero context, but that is the best way to serve the gameplay. As it stands, we are all just player characters shooting portals and guns at each other in varied arenas. Online shooters have proven that they can incorporate narrative context, and that it can be great. I can, however, appreciate the developers wanting to have complete freedom with where they take the game. We're going to give Splitgate a 2 out of 5 for its narrative offering. This is the same score that PUBG got for the same reasons. We do like to be consistent. Splitgate is a full polished package. We ran into no bugs whilst playing. You are getting a lot to play around with here. There's plenty of game modes, casual, ranked and custom. There are 11 regular maps and 7 simulation maps. On top of that, you are also getting a full map editor to make your own arenas. Then there are all of the settings available. There is an FOV slider that lets you choose anything between 80 and 103 degrees. There are also colorblind presets. Controller device can be changed, blood can be toggled, and there are player killcam and mantle options. You can also choose the base and outline colors of both enemies and teammates. Keyboard and mouse and controller have separate settings. Keyboard and mouse has horizontal, vertical and zoom sensitivity sliders. You can also invert look and toggle auto sprint, mouse smoothing, toggle crouch and toggle zoom. Keys can also be rebound to your preference. Controller has toggles for invert look, auto sprint and vibration. You can tweak horizontal, vertical, acceleration and zoom sensitivity. Inner and outer dead zones can be tweaked. There is also an aim assist slider. There are controller presets, but you are also free to rebind buttons to your liking. Audio has sliders for master, gameplay, music, announcer and ambient volume. You can also choose your voice chat volume and toggle open mic and proximity chat. UI lets you toggle subtitles, damage numbers, low ammo warning and sprint crosshair. You can also choose the colour of said crosshair as well as enemy crosshairs. There are options for the look of your crosshair that can be changed by weapon. Finally, you can toggle crossplay, anonymous mode and whether player names are hidden. There is also an option to limit your voice chat to your party. The content and settings on offer here are top notch and plentiful. I am really impressed. Splitgate earns itself a 5 out of 5 for its specs. Commitment here is a mixed bag. To start, the reward for committing to learning the game's systems is solid. Utilising the portals in tandem with the weapons in a skillful way is a feeling like no other. When everything comes together, you can run circles around your enemies. This effect is a little cheapened by the inclusion of bots, but they are still formidable enough to make it feel like a fair fight. Matches last between 5 to 15 minutes. It is super easy to fit games in or play for hours if you're not careful. Play sessions can be totally tailored. You can choose the mode playlists that you want to play, but not specific modes. If you want to just play SWAT, you're going to have to contend in the same playlist with everyone that wants to play shotty snipers. This is another compromise in the name of population. There are unlockable weapon skins that are challenge based. These challenges are decent and the skins look good. There is a battle pass with a one-time purchase of around £8 or $10. You can earn credits back in order to get your next pass free. The pass doesn't feel too slow to progress with the inclusion of some challenges that award a decent chunk of XP, but some of these challenges are ridiculous, like play 300 matches. That is a lot, and just one example. There is a store, and prices are in line with other free-to-play titles, which is to say they're too expensive. Some items come in bundles, and you can buy individual items for a price. This is good, but it still means that some weapon skins are going for around £10, which is silly. Overall, we're giving Splitgate a 3 out of 5 on our commitment scale. There is some serious good here, but it falls into the same free-to-play trappings and has a few unique issues in keeping player population together. Splitgate is worth your time. This is a shooter that really lets you flex your mastery of mechanics, but doesn't shy away from being plain fun. No element of the sandbox is redundant, and it is clear that this game was made with purpose and care. I only wish it had retained its popularity. Seriously, put down Warzone and Halo for a night and give this one a go. I think it does a solid job of appealing to both worlds, and once you get the hang of slinging portals and confusing your enemies, there really is no going back.